Hi, welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I have a new Temu box. So I've got a little heart shape mold with a little lid. It's got like the little etchings in it. Hopefully you can see it. And before we start, I do apologize for the buzzing noise that you hear in every video of mine. It is my heater that is going inside. I do resin outside underneath my pergola. I have a beautiful setup in the corner of my pergola near where the vent comes out to my heater. It does actually keep me warm because there is warm air coming out of it. So sorry about that buzzing. So let's keep going. And just a couple of heart molds, not as thick as I was hoping, but I might pour a bit of leftover into that today and just see what they look like. They're good for pocket hearts because I do a lot of them, and when I do the markets, if I have a purchase, I actually give away a pocket heart with purchase. So that's those, and some little key rings, little heart key rings. So I just want to keep them on the side as extras just to pour in. So none of them are ever going to be the same. So those ones. And I already had an octopus mold, and I have already poured in him, but I've got something exciting that I want to try. So, and I want to show you how they come. Now, they were in a box. They were all wrapped inside the box as well, so they all had bubble wrap on them, so nothing broke. And I can keep the box if I want to. And if I pack something up, I can pack that in it. So I have got, and I didn't realise that opens there. Oh my god. I'll have to sticky tape that up. So I have got small, medium and large. There we go. Hopefully you can see it on the pink. I'm actually going to tape that up before I break something. Okie dokie, I have taped up my bag, and I realised I could have just put it in a snap lock, ziplock bag. So tape them up, and so we have our small, and I think it's 10, 20 and 30 mils. So little weeny ones. Then we have our medium one, and then we have our bigger one. So in our bigger one, I want to try and do a snow globe. So I'm just going to just put these two little ones back, and I want to work out as well, and if you have any suggestions on what I can put the little weenie ones in, then let me know in the comments, because I would love to do, I want to do something different that nobody else is doing. So let me know what I can be trying that you haven't seen before. I'm happy, honestly happy to just try anything. I want to try and get my channel out there. It's not really working at the moment. I don't get a lot of views. I have 492 subscribers, so to my new subscribers, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you pressing that little button. Let me know what you think of my channel as well. I've been getting some lovely comments, so let me know. It's so discouraging when you work so hard and you don't get anything for it, and like you see other people that, and more recently than not, like there's a lady that I've been watching for quite a few years, and all she's doing now is just replaying her stuff. And like I know that a lot of people do that, but I don't want to do that, and I don't want to watch something that I've already watched over and over again. So I want to see new. So if you've got anything that I can be doing, please suggest something to help me get my channel out there. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. So this is why I thought I would try something that I haven't actually seen. You might have seen it. If you have, let me know. Chuck in a link for me so that I can watch what they were doing. So I'm going to do our snow globe first. So I'm going to get a little container and like one. I thought I might have had one with a smaller opening, but I don't. So what I might do is I might stick it to something with a bit of tape maybe, just to get it to sit in there. So seems to be okay there. So I'm going to go and try and find something to put in here. Now I am actually going to put in baby oil. I have used it before. It seems to work okay. I don't have any, I think it's glycerin that they use. I don't have any of that. Mine went yuck, so I chucked it out, which was a bit silly, but I am going to get all my stuff together and then I'm going to come back. I have a heater mat sitting here just to basically keep my hands warm because it is 7 degrees outside. So my heater mat is already turned on. It's just turned on low just to keep the chill off the board, keep my coffee warm, and I'll come back in a second. Alrighty, I think I've got everything ready and I think I just left my baby oil inside, but I just wanted to show you, this was the packing. That was the packing that little glass things were in. So like was packed really well. I just couldn't believe how well it was packed. So nothing broke. I just wanted to show you how well they packed them. Okay, I've brought you down a little bit closer. I have got my oil. I have sat my little bauble here onto a bit of foam clay just to hold it in place. In here is UV resin. So I saw Ben from Ben's work, Ben and Nicole's blog. He got his UV resin, not speaking today, and he just ran it around and sort of built it up so that there was no holes in the top to seal it. So that's what I want to try and do with my little pointer here. I've got my eyes here for my octopus. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to put these in or not. I was going to do a butterfly, but it's sort of it's fish, so I don't really have a butterfly. Well, you can have a butterfly and fish, so maybe I might put one in there because I need to get some little fish things. And if I'd thought about it earlier, I actually could have cut some out, but I don't have the proper stuff to cut them out with. I've only got sticky stuff and I don't really want sticky paper in there. So might stick a blue one in there. So I've got, like, it's, you know, it's the paper stuff. So I might stick a bit of that in there because I know that that's going to float. So I'm going to get my little tweezers and I think these ones are okay. And I've got a little bit of glitter. This is called liquid beads. You cannot get this anymore. This was my grandmother's. She used to do all sorts of decorating. She used to do the puff paints on clothing and things. If you are old enough to know, you'll know what the puff paints are. And she always painted a butterfly on everything she ever wore. Always had a flower or a butterfly or something, and she always used this. So I thought I might use a little bit of this. So I'm going to just, other than sparkle all over myself, I'm going to try and just put the tiniest bit in there because I'm just getting it everywhere. And I don't have a little thing to stick in the end because I can't see that anything is going to stick in the end of that. Just a tiny bit in there. Yep, that's going in there. And there we go. Just fill up the base of it. That's perfect actually for dropping stuff in there. The nozzle that's on this. There we are. That's probably going to do. And then we're going to pop that back on. Then I have got a little bit of this. So it's got little fine bits in it as well. So I'm going to get my little spoon, I think. I don't know that the tweezers are really going to cut it. I don't think I'm going to be able to pour it in because I'll end up with bigger pieces. See whether we can get it in like that. Or maybe I might be able to just sort of sit it on the top and get it in there. Oh, stuck. Bring this back over. Push that back down. It's on the warming mat, so it might warm it enough for it to sit there nicely. Now, a little bit more, probably too much on there. That in there, get in there. Sort of working. Because I think if I put it on the tip of one of these spoons, it might just, it might come straight off. So I'll stick with how I'm doing it. That worked well. Any suggestions, let me know in the comments on how I can do this better, because the hole is so tiny. Let's give it a go, shall we? See how we go. So I don't want to waste it all. Oops. Now I should have this in the container, shouldn't I? So that I can catch all these. Let's get our spoon. Let's give it a try with our spoon. Because I seem to be only getting bigger bits. And I want smaller bits. So I'm going to pop this back in my cup, I think. Because then I can catch all the sparkles that all drop out. Oh, that's better. Much better, and then I'm not wasting it all. Don't sort of want too much in there. There we go. Then I can put it back in the container. I'm not really sure how much to do. I think I'll give it a couple more spoons. This out. There we go, put that in there. I want a couple of bigger bits in there so that they float nicely. Try and get some bigger bits in there. So I want a sparkle. Let's do a sparkle. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. Alright, so I'm gonna pick it up out of there and see how much we've got in there. Let's pour this cup in. Just tap it on there. There you go, that works. Right, how much have we got? I reckon that's enough. I reckon that's enough. Alright, let's pop him back on our thing. And I'm going to just pour this back in here so that we don't waste it. Go. I really like those colours. Now I'm not sure whether to put the holographic stuff in there or not. Might just put like just some fine ones in there. Just pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Stuck to my finger. There we go. Look at that. They're going in there quite nicely. Chuck them all in there. There we are. Alright, I'll put some white ones in there. This is going to be pretty, and I'm just going to, like, the top's going to be clear, and then I'll do like a super pale blue and maybe a silver in the legs, maybe, or maybe a white. That would be nice. Let's get a heap of that. Chuck it in there. There we go. That'll do. Now hopefully this is going to work. Drop to piece. Go. Put that lid on. Guaranteed I'll be wearing it. Oops. Let's get paper flicking at me everywhere. Go. Get some of these bigger ones up. Go. Tongs have decided to play the game today. Normally I can't pick anything up with them. Some of these bigger ones in there. Yep, see? Shouldn't have commented. Right. That will do. Get in there. And I am going to put a butterfly. And I think I'm going to put in a dark blue. Oh. Okay, let's pick them up. Put that in there. Get in there. Got all the light shining on it now, so it's getting a little bit hard to see. There we go. Right, let's put a couple. And I'm looking at these, the dark blue in there. Maybe I might put maybe a dark blue in the bottom of it so that it might show up a tiny little bit more. Just a couple of these holographic ones there. There we are. And a white one. Couple of them. There we are. Chuck them in. Couple of blues, why not? There we are. Oops. Oh well, they'll show up, won't they? Right. Let's get our UV. No. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to get my little pipette here. Hopefully I haven't got too many in there now. Sorry, I just sniffed. I do apologise. It is cold out here, so my nose runs. So I am going to... not going to work. I'm just going to squeeze a bit into here. Don't need a lot. Go. Squeeze my little pipette. Suck that up in there. And squeeze it in there. Try not to get it on the outside so that I'm not having to clean up too much on the outside. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. Squeeze that in. I'll move this over to make sure you can see it. And always feel free as well to make, like, to say that your videos were off center or something like that. So I will try and fix that if there are issues. So always let me know, because I don't see it, I don't really see it on the telly. Unless my granddaughters watch them, I don't see them. So always, please let me know in the comments if I can be doing better. I am happy to take constructive criticism, not happy to take nasty criticism. Okay, and I think I've dribbled a little bit down the side, but I'll wipe that with a bit of alcohol. It's taking more than I thought it would. Oh, the shine on those sparkles are just unbelievable. And I have my new resin that I have been trying, that I bought off Amazon, because it is cheaper. It was $80 for 4 litres, which is so much cheaper than a lot of the other ones. And I was using Estoyo, and the smell, even though I'm outside, I just can't cope with the smell on it. And this one didn't seem to have too much of an odor. So I'm not sure how much to come up on this. Okay, I do need an air bubble. I see a lot of people doing the air bubbles, but I don't need that much of an air bubble. Oh, I do need it to go in there though. I made myself an air bubble there. So I'm just going to get a wipe. Here's one I used previously. Just wipe that over. There we go. And just keep going with my oil. Oops. Not doing well with that, am I? I reckon it's nearly 30 mils. You're close. There we go, get him in there. Oh, I keep getting air bubbles, but I don't want. I want it. Just want the tiniest little bit. Let's let these bubbles come out. That, pop that. No, I still want it in there a little bit more. Oh, come on, get in there. I'll just squeeze it in there. There we go. There we go. Now I haven't got a bubble, so I'm going to squeeze a little bit out so I've got a bubble. I think that's enough of a bubble. That'll do. That's enough of a bubble. If it doesn't work, then I know for next time, don't I? So I'm going to just wipe this off, just so that I can put it down so I don't oil everything. Let's move it over here. Move that. Get rid of all of this oil and get a fresh. There we go. Just get rid of the oil first. I'll get a fresh cloth. I'll put a bit of alcohol on it. It has got my wipes do have alcohol on them. I use disinfectant wipes that I buy from Aldi in a I'll show you these. So they're Power Force. I squeeze out the disinfectant because normally, you know, it sits in the disinfectant in the bottom, so I squeeze that out, I pour in alcohol, and that's what I use. So they're pre-alcoholed. I will just give them a little bit more of a spray just to make sure it is quite damp, because I'm getting to the end of my container. So I'm just going to wipe over that, get rid of the oil. There we are. Now I'm going to have a tiny little, nice little air bubble in there, I think. Let's get my towel. There we go. I'm just going to wipe over that, make sure there's no oil. And let's go with our next step. Where is my lid for my oil? Let's put that on and get that out of the way so that we don't spill it. And then I'm going to get my UV light. I just have a little light, and I will stick it out in the sun because for a change, the sun's out. We haven't had sun for a little while in Adelaide. It has just been, the weather has been shocking. Not as bad as it is in Sydney at the moment. It's just horrific in Sydney. So I'm going to turn that on. Please excuse the banging, and that is my galah. He does like to make his presence known. Now this is a little hard because I can't quite see it. And that, there is some in there, yes. Squeeze it out. Out you come on. Might not have enough in there. Yeah, I'll just refill it. Alright, so I have refilled this. I did stupidly for about 2 seconds think about using my bigger container, but then I thought against it because I will end up ruining it. So hopefully we have enough in here now to go around the top. Just go around the top like that and then quickly set it before it dribbles in there. Set. I've got my light quite close to it because I don't want it to drop into the oil because then that just ruins it. And I've only got 10 of these this size because I got 10 of each size so that I could just see what size I needed. Alright, so that's set enough for the minute, I think. Yep, it's set enough for a minute, so I want to try and then move this around. Sorry if you can see my head in there. So I'm just sort of trying to close that circle up and get it before it drops in there. And there we go. On Ben's Works, when I was watching it, they had one of those bigger containers that they were doing it with because they did it in a skull. So they do lots of stuff over on that channel, and it's I love watching Ben's Works. It's their blog channel that I've been watching because they don't have a lot at the moment on their normal channel. So I'm just getting this as quick as I can. And there we go. A little bit more. Alright, I'm going to finish doing this and then I'm my god, my husband just gave me a heart attack. So I'm here by myself during the day and I have, as you know, I'm outside. And beside me there is a glass sliding door. And I could hear it moving and I thought, oh, that's the wind. And then I could hear it sliding and I went, oh my god. And I turned around and all I could see was a face in the window. I nearly had heart failure. And so heart's going, racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So he's left the building again now. He's come home to have a cup of coffee on his way back from another site. So he's gone back to his job. I think he dropped in on his mum. We have a very, very ill mother-in-law at the moment. Thank God she has just been moved closer to us. So she's only about 2 minutes from our house now, instead of being 45-minute drive every day. So he had to go somewhere before he went to work. So I think he popped in to see her. Thought he might come and have a coffee. And frightened the absolute living daylights out of me. So we'll get back to what I was doing and what I was going to show you. So I've finished my little globe and I've had him sitting out in the sun, but I want to show you what I'm using. So I have done 101 grams of A and 96 roundabout of B. So it's a new one that I've got off Amazon. It's cheaper. So I think it's Oricon, something like that. 1:1. But part A is like thick honey, like super thick honey. Part B is more towards like sort of, it's super watery. So I've not seen one, like normally they're around about the same consistency, but this is just like so much difference in it. And it's meant to de-bubble itself. So I've had it sitting here for only about a minute. I've got it sitting on my warming mat. You can see the bubbles coming up. But what I'm going to do is because I want this crystal clear, I don't want to wait. I'm going to put it in my Istoyo bubble machine. So I'm just going to show you. I've got a little cover, and these are just plate covers. Because it sits outside, I don't want this little hole here to get damaged. So I've dusted it already. So I'm just going to take that off, and it keeps this all protected and nice and clean. So I'm going to put it back where it was. I have also a silicone mat inside in case I spill, which I did recently. So I'm going to get this organized. I'm going to get this in. I'll get it debubbled. Then I will show you my little snow globe when I'm putting it into my my mold. So I've had this in my food dehydrator, and hopefully I have not had this in for too long. I've got extra resin sitting over to the edge here, and I am going to take my little thing, because I wasn't sure how to put it in there, so I thought I would just push it. I'm going to spray it with a bit of alcohol, and I'm going to push it into the Nelly Set resin. So I'm going to give it a spray. I have made sure that this is super clean, and I just want to just sit it in there. Now I think I may have set it, yeah, I've set it too much. Yeah, I had it in there for 10 minutes, and 10 minutes was obviously too long. So I can actually just pop that out. So it's soft, but not soft enough. So pour out my alcohol out of this. I'm going to put our clear, actually this one's warmer. Got one here that's warmer. So I'm going to sit that in, put that back in there. I'm going to set it up on this, and then I'll figure out another way to do this. So I think that's about how I want it. I want it about there. Now if I put it in there, it's just going to sink to the bottom, and I don't want that. So what have I done there? I've got something on it. I think I've got resin, had resin on it. Alright, I'm going to try 5 minutes in the warmer. Alright, so I've given this 2 or 3 minutes in the warmer. Now I just want it to cool down a little bit. I'm going to keep checking it to see. I want it to not be like I want it to sort of stream off of this, off my little tweezers. So it's got a little bit of alcohol in it, so I'm hoping that that does not make it. So what I might do is I might I don't want the resin on them, so I might just get a different set of tweezers. I had another set here somewhere. Here we go. I'm just going to get a different set, and I just want to hold this in place. Now it's probably not going to work. As I said, it's probably not going to work. Oh, not sure how to do it. It's thickening up. Just not sure how I'm going to sit that in there. Okay, I'm just going to quickly put a little bit of UV resin on here and see how I go. Okay, oh, I had it in there. Stick it back in there. Oh, I had it on there. Oh, it's not going to work. Alright. No. So I'm just going to check this again. It's sticking to that, sticking to my little stick, but I think this is going to drop in. And I've got something else on this, so I'm going to get a bigger set of tweezers. Let's get a bigger set. I need like grippy ones because it's still moving in there. Maybe if I stick that there. I've got it in there. I've probably got it in there wrong because it has just dropped down. So I just want to try and pull it up a little bit, which is not working. Like, look at the resin's gone all sticky now. That's what I wanted, but sort of didn't want it to go quite like that because now I've got bubbles and all sorts in it. I'm pretty sure I have just ruined it. So I'm just going to I want to try and see if I can just move it around, get those bubbles out, pop those bubbles. Might need to warm it up a bit because I really don't want it sitting quite on the base, so I'm going to just try and lift it up. Lift it up there. I lost an eye at one stage, so I've had to replace an eye. So hopefully it won't be too close to the bottom if I just keep maneuvering it around. I'm going to put a little bit more resin in there. I've got a little bit more here, which is quite gloopy now. I think I might have wasted a whole heap of resin because it is quite sticky. So I want the whole head clear. So let's stand it up like so. I'm going to use my soft piece here, standing up stand the back of it up like that. I need to get something else. Had it standing on this before. Might be able to stand it like that. Right. Flower mould. Still flower mould and see how we go. That's better. There we go. And that's, I think we've got it. There we are. I know you probably can't see it, but it is sitting where I don't want it to sit. But I'm pretty sure I've buggered it now. So I'll come back. I'll come back when it's time to do the rest and see if we can get some of these bubbles to come up out of it. So, all right, I'll see you soon. Okie dokie, I am back. Now, there's some stuff sitting off this to the side, so just ignore that. So, I have made up some more resin. This is hopefully okay. It's sticky now, so I've had it sitting in a cup for a little while, and I was made up a little bit. It's got a little bit of purple in it because I am doing something else, and I thought I would just mix the purple in while I was doing it, which is not going to make any difference to how I'm doing this. So I have just got these little metallic markers from Temu, and I'm going to put in, if I can get the little lid off, very carefully, I'm going to do dark for in the body. So I'm just going to just use the tiniest bit on my spoon there, and put the lid back on, because like these containers are super small, you only get the tiniest amount with them. And then I'm going to use this, which is sort of a, like, it's similar colors to what I've got. So I want to use this in our tentacles. So I don't need a lot in there, so I'm just going to put the tiniest bit in there, probably tiny bit more. There we go. Put that lid back on. There we are. Move them off to the side. I've got something here and I'm just degassing. I had leftovers from this, so I have just thrown it into, I think it's a little lamp thing, which it's actually cured just about. It's, I think it's flash cured. So we'll see. I'll see how we go. Now, mix it up. Where is my little sticks? I'm just going to get one of these. Let's see how we go with this color. Oh, that's pretty. How pretty is that? Scrape that side down. Oh, that's a pretty color. Look at that. Because I want them, I don't want them, is it called, like I want to see through. Okay. Because if need be, I will mix what I've got left in with that other container. Or I will do some little hearts, maybe. That might be a good idea. So scrape that off, just get rid of all that. Make sure it is all in the container, not on the stick. Scrape that around. We go. Now let's do the same with this one. Oh, love that color. Oh my God, look at that. That's wow. It's a shame these don't come in bigger colours, like bigger containers. Oh, that's pretty, pretty, pretty. And as I said before, I don't want them opaque. I want them transparent. Right. Go. Okay, I think we're good now. Yep, I think we are pretty good. So I'm going to take it out of my cup. Scrape that out. And at some stage I lost an eye, but I have his eye back. I've stuck it in a new one, so I'm just going to put this on there, and I'm going to just quickly pour into this. What was it? I was doing this one, wasn't I? Pour in there. There we go. And then I'm going to do his feet, his tentacles, get it all in there. Go, hopefully I've got enough. Pour in that one. Make sure there's no air bubbles in it. I will stick a skewer into it. Get around there to stick that around there. Oh, that's going to be pretty. And then pour the rest of that in there. Look at that. Perfect amount. Push that feet back up. There we go. Now it is not doming, but I will, I want to put it in my warmer. We'll take it to my warmer and top these little feet back up again, just to get it to dome properly. And I managed to get my bubble. I can see my bubble in my little shaker bit there. So alright, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I just thought I'd quickly just show you. I'm just going to pour the rest of what I've got left over into here. It may or may not be enough. This manages to degas itself, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to just put that on there. Give it a spray with alcohol. Give that a bit of another spray with alcohol. I'm going to pour our lid up. Fill our lid up. Make sure it is in all of the little crevices. I think this one is going to be an epic fail, I would say. I'm just doing it so it is level. And then I'm just going to pour this in, because I definitely think this is going to just fail miserably. Because I've got a lot of micro bubbles in there. A lot of bubbles in there. Just pour it in there. Might make up a little bit more. Put a little bit deeper purple in there. And then I'll show you what it looks like when I demold. So there we go. I'll come back when it's time to pull it all apart. Alright, I'm going to demold this first. So this is all cured up. Lots and lots of overflow. Now I'm going to stick this. I can see so many bubbles in this. So throw a bit of alcohol in there. It is still quite hot. Get rid of that excess. wipe that, there we go, wipe that off so that I don't cut my hand off. Ouch. Yes, it is still super hot. So I'm going to roll this down. Lots and lots of bubbles because I rushed. Ouch, ouch, ouch. There we go. Yeah, look at that. So today on Temu, I bought some finishing UV. So it's like a nail polish. So you can pour it into like a little nail polish thing, and then like my heart, for instance, or these. I don't know that it'll work on micro bubbles. So what you do is you get your little nail polish brush, and you actually, ouch, you can brush it over like they do, you know, you do your nails with the UV. So that's basically what it is. Oh, wow, look how clear that is. So that's basically what it is. So you can UV over the top of this, and it might get into all of those little fine bubbles. Ow, ow, ow. So that would have been so cool if I had waited and not rushed. But like you can see my line. Can't feel a line, or you can feel the line a little bit, but you can see the line. And that's what I don't want. So I'm going to do my lid. Pour a little bit of alcohol into it. Now, because I've got bubbles, I will have, I don't know that this top's going to screw on properly. Up. Splash myself with alcohol. Alright, so get that around. There we go. Try and turn that inside out. Get my fingernails in there. There, see how many, like see how I've broken it? Because I've rushed it. There we are. I've had this mold for a little while and I hadn't done it, so I know what it looks like now. There we are, look at that. Oh, it's got a little hanger thing, so I can hang it. Now, bet you it won't screw in. Yup, hot, hot, hot. I've even got a bubble there. It's like it's broken. Don't think, it's not on the, oh, it might be on the mold. I don't know. Okay. Screw this in here. Oh, look at that, it screws in. Well, that's pretty cool. Hot, hot, hot. I do like that. And it would have looked nicer if I didn't just throw that last bit in. Because I got sort of that bit clear too. Oh well. That's my fault. So I thought I'd got all the bubbles out of this, but they still do keep coming up. Let's go, let's see how mark our powder is. Because you don't see this bit, I can file it down, I can set it onto something. Oh my God, that's cool. Oh, I really like that. So the UV resin that I was talking about, I'm assuming that if you paint it onto this, because it says super shine, I will get a shine out of this. But look at that. That mica powder is amazing. So that my thing won't come for a couple of weeks, so I'll do a couple more things when it comes, and we'll give it a bit of a test drive, shall we? And we'll see how I go with it. So there we go. I will go and get my other mold, and I will come back and we'll see how our other mold went. So I think I've got you reasonably close. It's cured. It had an oil slick on the top. See how it's moved away from there? So hopefully, like, I can still see a bubble, so hopefully I haven't lost all of my oil. So I'm going to just very gently pull this out. Like, my legs are still pretty bendy because it is still quite warm. So pop that out. That's gone green. That's pretty cool. Okay. Just very carefully stick my fingernails in underneath it. Get my little legs out. There we go. Alright, last one. Now, see if I can pop his head out. Get these little legs out. My hand in under there. Get out. And I don't want to push on the head. I don't want to put pressure on that head in case there's an issue and I get glass in my hand. Okay, gently feed that over. There we go, get that out. I'm seeing liquid. Pop that. Gently pop that out. Come on, out you come. I don't want to move it because I don't want to I don't want to turn it upside down. Okay, I can see it coming. Come on, out you come, out you come. Get that air under there. Come on. Out, there we go, out we come, out we come, out we come. Okay, now, Benji's little leggies. We'll just put them back into shape, shall we? And, ooh, I didn't quite get what I want, but I am going to, like, there's a hole right there. So, don't quite know what happened. So there's no oil in there. I'm going to get my little cup. Had him sitting in a cup before. There we go. And I'll lift you up a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to UV him. Get my little thing. Get my UV. Now I'm gonna just cover this hole. And I should have wiped off the oil. I might just do that before that sets. Get a bit of spray. Spray that. Okay, it's set. That's set pretty quick. That little rough edge off there. Alright, I'm going to do it again because there's a hole right there. And I can see the hole now that I've wiped it. So there we go. Might just have like a little raised area, but I need to find out a way of like putting that onto something and sticking it in there, because it did move up. So set that, because if I want to, I can just put my UV on the bottom, because I can just raise it a smidge. I can put like a little darker color on it. So that is set. So I'm going to wipe off all of this. I'm just going to give it a spray. and wipe the oil off it and see how we go. So if I wipe all of that so there's no oil film, sorry, go, let's wipe that. I think we're good. Dry my hands. Okay, I think we're good there. We're definitely good on this side. You see? Yep. Now, let's see if any comes out of here. Might be the tiniest bit here. So wipe that again. Go, and I'm just going to put a little bit along there. I'll do it with my fingernail, and I will just wipe my hands. Get that resin onto it, the light onto it quickly, so that it sets it up. And go, because I don't want to distort it. Put that on there. See, there's a little bubble there. I think we're good. Okay. Look at this. I think we might be good. Ouch. How's that? Like it's... Oh, you can see where the colour has gone under it. Now I'm going to shake it. I'm going to shake it. Oh, look. Look, look, look. How cool is that? I like it with the colour under it. You can see his little thing. I do have lots of air in there now. But he moves. It moves. That is pretty cool. That is very cool. Alright, so I'm going to fix this up. I might just sit it on there for a minute. I might make up a little bit of maybe coloured UV. I'm going to flatten him out first. Put him on my heater mat, flatten him back out again. And go. Make sure he's... Oh, there's his eye. Oh, that's his eye. It come off. Oh. Alright. Well, we've got an indent for him, so I'm just going to stick him back on. Stick him back on. Sorry about the length of this video today. It is probably a shocker. There we go. I'll glue him back on with a bit of super glue. Then I'll dome his little eyes. And there we go. So I might just put clear UV underneath him. He's not sitting right now because I've got that bit under him. And then I'll take some picking. So thank you so very much for watching. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you to all of my lovely subscribers, all of my brand new ones. I really appreciate you subscribing. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free to like it. Doesn't cost you any money. It just costs you time to watch it. So thank you so very much for watching, and I will catch you next time, and be safe.